Hello, friends. Sarah here from Sleeping is for Losers. Now, a lot of you have been popping into my inbox recently, and let me tell you, first of all, I love that. Email me. I'll leave my email down below because I love getting emails. But I've been getting the same types of questions over and over again, so I knew I had to answer this on video because let me tell you, it is a great question and there is no clear-cut, awesome answer for it. So here's the thing that I keep getting asked. Sarah, how do I stand out online? Dude, I get it. I so get it. I have been living my life online for, I don't know, 9 years, 10 years, something like that. And I still struggle with just kind of fading into the background. How do I stand out? How do I find my people? How do I consistently put out things that make people want to pay attention to me, make people want to follow me, make people want to be a part of what I'm creating and building? So I've got some tips for you on how to really stand out online. You may or may not love them. They may or may not be pretty common sense, but I think there are a couple nuggets in here that people are consistently missing that you can really benefit from. So first of all, if you want to stand out online, you need to stop being like everybody else. Here's the thing, when I scroll through Instagram, I'd say 8 out of 10 Instagram feeds look almost identical. I could put 15 mom bloggers side by side and I wouldn't be able to differentiate who they are. Yes, maybe they have different color hair, or yes, maybe they work with different brands, but you know what I'm talking about. They all pose the same, they all look the same, they all have the long hair, they all have the certain makeup, they all have the like to know it, click right here links in their posts. They all look like they're traveling all the time and always having an amazing time. They're just too posed, too perfect, too curated. I'm all for curated. I'm all for putting out, the best work that you can put out. But if you just look like everyone else, if you're just doing what everyone else is doing, guess what? You're not going to stand out. And if you're new to the online world, if you're trying to build a brand or create something, especially from scratch, you need to stand out. So you need to figure out what makes you, you. And if you don't want to do highly stylized photo shoots, then don't. If you don't want to act the way every other mom blogger or female blogger or fashion blogger acts, then don't. In fact, the more you don't act like everyone else, the more you're going to stand out online. Because here's the secret. Brands, people who are hiring you to represent them, are starting to look for new voices, for fresh voices, for people who don't look like everyone else, for people who don't act like everyone else, for people who have personality, for people who, aren't afraid to show kind of the messy or the ugly or the not so fantastic side of life. And that, my friends, can and should be you. So the first thing, if you want to stand out online, is to stop looking like everyone else. The second thing, though, if you want to stand out online, is to really, really hone in and figure out who you are. Now, this takes time. I can't just give you a worksheet and you'll be able to figure out who you are in 5 minutes. You really need to be creating and developing and figuring out what makes you, you. I love to use The Rock and the wrestler The Rock as an example of this. The Rock came into wrestling. Wrestling was this kind of generic thing. All the guys looked similar. They all had similar types of characters. Some were good, some were bad. But The Rock came in and he looked different. He acted different. He sounded different, and he knew who The Rock was. But if you watch The Rock when he first joined wrestling, he wasn't this larger-than-life persona. He built his way up into that. So give yourself the space and time to build who you really are online. That is going to take some trial and error as well. You might do Facebook Lives and realize you don't enjoy doing them. So don't continue, but at least you tried and you figured out that they're not great for your brand. You might do photo shoots a certain way and realize, it just doesn't feel right in my gut. And that's okay. Change it up and see what does work for you, what resonates with other people, and what also makes you feel good. Give yourself that grace, give yourself that time. Building an empire online takes time and patience. It doesn't happen overnight. And that brings me to my third point. Slow and steady wins the race. Yes, it feels great to say I have 10,000 followers on Instagram and I have 15,000 followers on Twitter. And when I do a Facebook Live, I have 900 people watching live. Like, that feels great to say. But the reality is, you need to slowly build up who you are, build your name, and allow people to find you in a really organic and fantastic way. Because the people who find you organically, the people who stumble upon something that you've done and realize that it's awesome, they're the people who are going to champion you. They're going to purchase the things that you eventually create. They're going to cheer you on as you build that empire up, up, and up. So I really want you to be gentle with yourself. Take time, have patience. It can take years to stand out online, and that's okay. Recognize that you're in this for the long game, not some short-term gain. Now, the fourth thing you can do to stand out online is to really latch on to new stuff as soon as it comes out. So I find a lot of us, and I'm not calling anyone out, but me included in this, wait to see how a new platform will do. Wait to see how Instagram Live works. Wait and see how XYZ pans out. And the fact of the matter is, the faster you jump on new things, the better chance you have of building yourself up on that platform to a larger scale faster. So my challenge to you as you are starting to try to stand out online is to really look for those new opportunities, be it new platforms to build on, be it new features that an existing platform brings out, and just hop on that bandwagon and try them out. And if you're not perfect at it, who cares? Honestly, who cares if you're not perfect at it? You have to keep trying new things, developing new skill sets, looking for new opportunities to make your name, your brand, whatever it is that you're building, become what it is you want it to be. And then my last tip is to find people that you love and to really learn from them. Stop looking to every single person online who promises you that you can make $100,000 in a year, who promises you the exact formula to become super, super rich, because I'm telling you right now, nobody has the exact formula. Look for the people who are able to teach you things that they have learned. Look for the people who have success. Look for the people who resonate with you, not just somebody that everybody else is following and everybody else is buying from. Look for the people that really, really resonate with you and make you feel like, yeah, I could do this. Latch on to those people and really soak in everything that they have to offer. Don't go searching for a million different mentors. Find one or two people online who you really like. Look at what they're doing. Study them. Be fearless in reaching out to them and asking for their advice or their help. Support them as much as you can, and you'll really start to see your brand, your own social presence, your own blog presence grow as a result. When we are constantly in learning mode and we're never in doing mode, that's a problem. So find one or two people to learn from, grab out as much as you can, and then do. Try those new things. Be who you are. If you have a new voice, if you have a new story, if you have a new idea, just put it out there and keep going. Remember, we're in this for the long haul. We're not expecting overnight success. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, if it happens for you, I want you to leave me a comment because that's amazing. But let's be real. We're in it for the long haul. We want to build a brand that can really last and stand the test of time. We're constantly evolving and changing and giving ourselves that space and grace to grow. And that, my friends, is how we're going to stand out online. So I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you leave me a comment. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up so I can make a lot more of these. Until next time, my friends, I want you to blog at least once this week. I want you to be on social media almost every single day. But more importantly, I want you to be creating the kind of things that make you truly, truly happy. Till next time.